at the end of the day, it is still sports entertainment. You know, the outcome might not be fixed, but there's definitely an entertainment aspect to it.
Depends on who you talk to if it's not fixed.
I like to think it's not.
No, I don't think so either, but at least not in the UFC. Maybe in Japan.
Yeah. Maybe with some of the other shit too, but I don't know, man. I think there's too much to be lost if that ever came to light, you know?
Yeah, no. That would come crumbling down real quick if that came out. What do you know about that dude he's fighting? He's from Jersey, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a tough kid. You know, he's young, though. I think he's like 21 or maybe 25 at the oldest, but he's young. He's got I think he won an amateur title or two, and, I think he's a 2-0 as a pro. He trains with the Miller brothers. Yeah, I've heard everything that he's tough.
Did he wrestle in high school?
You know what? I don't know.
He went to Rutgers.
Alright.
Not that means anything.
Yeah, he definitely didn't wrestle there. But, I mean, he doesn't look like he's a fucking world beater by any stretch, you know? He does seem like a fucking tough kid who probably trains twice a day and is hungry.
Yeah, he's gonna beat his ass. Was he 36?
Maybe older than that.
Is he gonna come out as CM Punk or is he gonna come out as Phil
Brooks? I don't know. I would think CM Punk just based on, that's what everyone knows him as. That's what everyone's paying for.
He's 24, Mickey Gall.
Alright. Richie fact check over here.
Miller Brothers MMA, they have a school?
Yeah.
He's 4-0.
Word. So, what's new in your hood, dog?
Not too much, just training and working and training my clients and trying to get them to do the right things.
Right.
But yeah, it's all good. It's starting to cool off a little bit, so running's becoming a little bit more enjoyable again.
Nice.
So.
How are the legs feeling? How are Miles feeling?
It feels good in the moment. It's just still wake up just hobbled the first couple steps in the morning with my calves and Achilles tendons. More on my right than my left foot, or my left side rather. But I've just been getting up a little bit earlier and making sure that I roll out and everything before I head out the door, and it seems to be helping.
Nice.
It's just laying down and sitting. They tighten up so bad.
Yeah, it's a motherfucker.
Yeah. But if I feel like this at 40, what am I going to feel like at 50 or 60?
Yeah. I hear that, dude.
But I try not to sleep with my feet under the covers anymore.
Why is that?
Because when your feet are under the covers and your toes point down, you know what I mean? The underneath the covers, they don't really stay flexed. The covers kind of weigh them down, so it points them forward, plantar flexing.
Yeah.
And then I guess just over the course of 6 to 8 hours, it just shortens that cord. So it just takes some gingerly moving and mobility in the morning to get rolling.
I hear that.
Yeah. What about you? How's your training going?
Training's going good, man. I had a tournament last weekend. Performed pretty well. Lost my first match in overtime, second ride-out period. Did some good things, did some things I need to work on, but it was good to get on the mat. I got 10 minutes of regulation in, and then I'd say probably about 6 to 8 minutes in overtime. So,
EBI rules?
EBI rules, first 10 minutes, sub only, and then you go to dead zones for overtime. You can either start in a spider web, which is an arm bar, or start with the guy's back, and the objective is to escape or submit. You get riding time for control in those positions. I rode my opponent for about, I would say, anywhere between 4 to 6 minutes, maybe a little bit more given the 2 periods. I escaped 10 seconds in the first one, and in the second one, I kind of tried to escape a little too fast, didn't, cover the chin, and he kind of just got a neck crank kind of thing going on, and I'm just so used to kind of not letting people crank on my neck so much anymore. I kind of panicked and just fucking tapped. Is what it is, but I fucking got some good shit out of it, so I'm stoked. Kind of get some nerves out, get some of the rust out from the last competition, do some things well, so it was good. But in terms of training, kind of going to be focusing more on jiu-jitsu a little bit more, not so much time on the lifting. Still going to get my 3 days in, but I think it's going to be tough. Just, I'm not at CrossFit South Vista anymore. They were recently bought out by CrossFit Counterculture, so my days at coaching over at CrossFit South Vista are come to an end. So going to be lifting probably over at the gym after jiu-jitsu and shit, figuring that out, getting more on my gymnastics stuff and focusing more on mobility and getting on the mat a little bit more. But kind of stoked to be doing my own program again. Use some of what I liked from what I picked up, and use some of my old school shit that I know is fucking money.
Where are you gonna go?
In terms of training?
For the gym.
I'm gonna seek out some options. I was talking to you offline before. We're in Paul Check country, so I gotta probably maybe go check some of that stuff out. I've always been intrigued by that. And we know some CrossFit people I might try to hit up, but in terms of lifting right now, I'll just be lifting at the gym I do jiu-jitsu at. They got a little set up, so just a matter of getting in there earlier with the coach. But yeah, that shouldn't really be a problem.
They got like a squat rack?
Squat racks and plates, just enough that I need, nothing too fancy, but I did some front squats after practice today before we closed up, so, I'll just be doing shit like that, just supersetting it with some mobility stuff, working on the ankles and doing some front squats, and just not pushing way too heavy, just trying to move for really good positions, work to that threshold, and I think that's all I really need for jiu-jitsu. Working on the core lifts and some of my weak areas with some special maybe accessory work. I don't think I need to be crossfitting that much.
Is there a pull-up bar there?
Pull-up bar, yeah. Getting back on those.
No more ring rows?
Yeah, no more hinge rows. Time to put some scapular strength to use.
Yeah, you could always pick up a pair of rings, too.
Yeah, they got some TRX shit in there, so, fucking, where there's a will, there's a way, dude. You know me, bro, I've been was doing it before it was called CrossFit, just trying to be an athlete. Regardless of where I work, it ain't gonna stop my training,
Yeah. No, never. What, is it 10 minutes, so 10 minutes, no score whatsoever? It's either submit or it just goes to overtime, even if you're scoring points, they're not tallying them.
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta submit the dude. So it seems a lot of people's kind of game plans are just to get to the overtime. They try to just not put themselves in bad positions, not really open up too much. So it's a little frustrating when people aren't really engaging that much, or or trying to wrestle you in a fucking submission tournament. Like, yeah, I'll pull my quarter guard and shit like that, but I'm not just gonna fucking sit to my butt. Like, if you're gonna try to wrestle me, well, I'm gonna try to put you in a bad position to allow me to fucking, I'm gonna make you work for every fucking takedown you want to try to get. So eventually that just turns into a wrestling match.
Well, you should be schooling dudes.
Yeah, but it's way different because, like, you can take someone down, but, like, if a dude's good at jiu-jitsu, he's going to be able to frame and fucking regard.
Gotta pick him up.
It's not how I wrestle, dude.
Gotta add it to your repertoire. Need some foot sweep action. Vinny Santinello style.
Yeah.
Spiking him on his head.
Best foot sweep I've ever seen. Couldn't teach it to fucking anyone.
Steve Mako's got a good one too.
Yeah. Well, I should say best foot sweep I've ever experienced. Because Vinny would freaking be on the other side of the mat and come fucking foot sweep you. You wouldn't even need to have a tie on you.
Such a good move to have, dude.
Yeah.
Such a good move, dude. Takes people right off their feet every time.
Yeah.
That's all that judo he did growing up.
Yeah, dude, and his inside trips were insane, too. He would inside trip W fucking all day. Oh, dude, I don't think I ever got a worse ass beating than I did by Vinny Santinello that day.
Oh, dude, he made
fucking
me cry.
Big brothered me in, like, 20 seconds. Just fucking, like, first, like, contact had, like, a good scramble. He came up and he kneed me in the face, and after that, it was all downhill.
Dude, you were frothing.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
he fucking beat the shit out of me, dude.
You were, like, back in your middle school days when you used to foam at the mouth and you fucking get down on a couple points.
Yep. Fucking Hulk up, bro.
It never worked for you, though, dude.
Bro, I had... You don't know.
No,
He used to work against you all the time.
I never would Hulk out.
No, it used to work when I used to do it to you when I was a little kid. I used to power bomb your ass.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it never works. You gotta stay cool. How do you like the EBI rules compared to the other ones?
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent to both of them. To me, it's just like two different options. I feel like I'll probably have more success in the long run in the IBJJF rules. The points, just, it's kind of based on wrestling positions and getting people's back, and I'm pretty good at getting positions and controlling shit, so I like that. I like the EBI too, and I mean, that's kind of the only way for someone like me to ever make money at this, so I guess I kind of gotta get good at it and like it, because I don't see them offering $20,000 for points tournaments. It's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah. Do they still have them?
Yeah, I mean, Worlds is the next big tournament I'm doing November 27th.
Where's that?
Long Beach. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I did that last year. I went 1-1. I'm excited for that one. Yeah, I really didn't have a problem making 135 either. I did that water purge I was telling you about, man. The weight kind of flushed right out.
It worked?
Yeah, like fucking super easy. I think I could have even went like an extra day with that with like a lot wood or